All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to my oil painting studio and the finishing touches on my Rainbow Sarlacc pit. That's a Star Wars reference for those of you who are not nerds. Thanks for tuning in, spending time with me. Welcome if you're new subscriber. I deeply, deeply appreciate it. I am just putting the final touches on this painting, and I took a break between the last video and this one and was looking at this and kind of trying to decide what else needs to be done, what's bugging me, like what can I not live with, or can't live with in this painting, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I think what I need to do at this point is bring in back. I just did the phthalo blue as the shadow on the green. I'm going to just bring back a little tiny bit of the Viridian in a couple places because I just feel like that color is missing in some spots. And then I'm going to come in with the phthalo yellow green, I think is what I've been using. And so this Viridian green is very close to the phthalo that I put down, but it does have just a little bit of a more green tone to it as a glaze. Than the blue. Done a couple layers of highlight and shadow on the greens, so at various times I'll like an effect, and then as I add more paint I don't like it anymore, so I need to shift it. And what I mean by that is some of these areas when I shade they get kind of dull, they lose their vibrancy. And well, shade and highlight, the white can really wash out the brightness of the color. So I just want to get some of the color back in some of these places that seem to get a little dull. Though again, if you want to create illusions of depth in two-dimensional art, things in the background are grayer and fuzzier than things closer. They'll be sharper and brighter. So again, it's part of my calculations here. And when I sit and look at this, I'm about 10 feet away. So I'm kind of across the room. So I really like having a painting look intriguing from across a room, even when it's tiny. But then when you get up close, I call it eye candy. It's basically your treat for getting up close and looking at it. So I try to put in a lot of really cool little detailed details, I guess. Okay. Now Now I need to bring back in this yellow-green. And I don't want a lot of it, so I'm going to use a pretty tiny brush. Try this tiny little filbert and see how that goes. And again, I'm using a glaze. Makes it translucent so the colors underneath come out, but it also helps it dry, which is important for me with this painting. Okay, that brush is too big. That is bad. Yeah. Yeah, I need really, really small brushes, and they can't be furry. They have to be pretty tight so that they stay. Oh, shit. That had purple in it. That's bad. Okay. Let me get my act together here. We don't want phthalo blue in there. Purple. I'm a little lazy with wanting to wash brushes, but some of it is also that I don't have a lot of brushes. They're expensive, cost money. And I'm a starving artist, so you do the best you can with what you have. That's better. Okay, now I got to work on this guy up over here. And I was debating whether I should turn the canvas, but I kind of want it to stay. We're down to final brush strokes, so I don't want to do something that looks weird that has to be corrected. But I want a few of these areas to pop a bit more. Not too much. Actually, I think I'll come back in next with a pointy brush and get really, really fine details. But I like the chisel brush for pulling color. You can do it both thin or thick, so I enjoy painting with that brush. Okay. If you watched the whole series of painting videos on this, you know that this was a problem area for me for a while, and I've gone back and forth on how I feel about it, but I think it just needed a little TLC and attention, just as all paintings do. I'm actually putting a little solvent on this. It's a #1 round, so it's pretty tiny. And I want the paint to flow. I am going to use a little bit of glaze though too, so it's not too runny, and help it dry. Okay. Okay, I need to do a tiny bit of blending. Put this on a little thick in places. So I need to be very careful and actually kind of remove some of the paint. And it's wet with the phthalo blue, so I have to be careful. I don't want to overblend this. I don't want to keep working this. That's how you end up with problems. And particularly at the end of a painting when you need it to dry, some things are just going to have to be good enough. I'm a recovering perfectionist. I'm guessing that was probably had to do with my ADHD and autism that I never knew about until a few years ago. Okay. I think we are very, very close to done. Finally, I believe I can live with this painting. And I will definitely post the gilding video, and I will post a final video when it's all done. Possibly the same video I'll post when I drop it off at the gallery. A little celebration. Woo! Okay, so see now what's happening. I just said it's done, and now I don't want to let it go. I want to keep painting. It's like, oh, but it's so much fun. But I have about 6 other paintings that are in various stages of doneness that I need to return to. So, well, I'm sometimes sad a painting is done. And I'm not complaining in any way, but a friend bought one as soon as she saw it. And I was like, oh, but I haven't even gotten to live with it yet. So I made her wait a week so I could live with it. So yeah, a little bit of attachment to this much effort, hours and hours. I, believe it or not, edited most of the videos pretty hard, so they don't represent all the time, and they certainly don't represent the staring time, which I think early on I talk about the importance of staring, and particularly as an autistic person, how enjoyable it is. Okay, I took a break for quite a while and looked at this on my camera as a photo for quite a bit. So I gave it a stare digitally. And since I have to have this dry extremely soon, I decided to come back up and finish it. Because there's just a few things that need to be done. The paint I put on earlier today is setting up a bit already. Just fine, but it's oil paint, so it'll stay open even using a dryer like I am, drying glaze. It'll stay open for a while, days. Okay, so I wanted to make this a bit darker. I'm putting on the ultramarine violet, the dark kind of bluish purple I've been using. I put the alizarin crimson on here earlier. Well, actually, it has a couple different layers on it now that I think about it. But you can get some cool effects when it's drying like this. Again, I think the long open time of oil paints is one of the funnest things about it, because it's just, you can keep working it and working it. Now that's also dangerous. But it allows for a lot of play and also recovery too, if you overdo it. I like that. Nice bit of drama. I think this side was just a bit behind than the left side of the painting for a variety of reasons. Okay, so that was the purple. And then I need to do a little bit of lemon yellow, I realized, in a couple more places. I was trying to decide if I liked where it had selectively ended up, or remained really, because I've been back and forth over things a couple times. And I decided it needed a little more over here. It just got skipped or covered or something, so we're just going to do a bit of lemon yellow. There's quite a bit of paint on there, so it's going to blend in with it, but that's okay. We just want a little, something to offset the bluishness of it and bring the green back. Give it some depth. And then I want to use a pointy brush to get a finer line. Well, I am going to hit another layer of dark purple right up here. Just to finish this area up. Pretty happy with it. Needs a little bit of shading though, I think. That alizarin crimson's wet in there, but it's blending really nice. I just want to kind of smudge that back there. I have to admit, I really not sure any of this needs to be done, but I'm just enjoying myself. It's wet paint, it's fun. It's kind of the thing you end up putting a lot of time and work towards, getting a nice wet slippery surface. So when it's here, that's a little bit of alizarin crimson I'm putting back in. All right. Oh, I want to try to get this a little darker back here too. Right in here. I just feel like that needs to be another deep dark area. There we go. Ooh, very nice. Okay. There's a lot of wet paint on there, so I'm kind of afraid to even try to blend it. I think I'm just going to leave it as is. But each one of these glaze layers of these different purples and magentas and whatnot really turn into these beautiful, deep, rich, dark darks down in here. So again, I don't really use black. This is how I achieve my dark colors. I build them slowly with many layers. Sometimes with an idea in mind, like I know what I'm going to do, but usually I'm pretty open to the novelty of the experiment, and whatever happens, happens. It's kind of what I enjoy about abstract painting. One of the things. Okay. All right, I think I'm going to wrap this up and my size, my glue for the gold leaf arrived this afternoon, so yay. So the next goal here is to get this dry, the paint, the oil paint, and that's why I'm being really, really picky, because like I said, I think this is going to be it, because I can't do the gilding really. Today's Friday. I really can't do that. This will need Saturday, Sunday. I could maybe do it on Monday if this is dry enough. And that just doesn't leave time next week for another coat of oil paint before I have to deliver it. So this is it. This is getting done. You can tell I don't want to stop. It's my baby. Plus, I'm just having fun. Like I said, it's wet. I can move things around, play with it a little bit. All right. I do need to sign it, but that will dry very quickly. I'll do it in a very thin glaze. So I will wait to, the next video will be the gold leafing here in a couple days. Thinking about how I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to have to film that flat. So that'll look a little different. And then I think that'll be it. I'll probably sign it right after that, and it'll dry by the time I deliver it. So here we are. Oops, there's a little bit of white paint in there. I need to be careful. Okay, that is just going to have to be good enough. It's interesting. Again, where I started, it's in the general idea of what I wanted to do, but definitely came out uniquely. So yeah, I think it's kind of fun, and the gold leaf will make it pop too. So, all right, well, thank you for watching. Subscribe, all those things. Really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video.